Oh. Sho Baraka apologizes for criticizing Rapzilla article. Lil Nas X releases a controversial music video, wouldn't you say, Gil? Along with a sneaker design devoted to Satan.
Saying it lightly.
Nike counters with a lawsuit on the design. Joyner Lucas and Jackie Hill share their thoughts. God Over Money announces upcoming Bumps INF. Is that how you say it? INF album.
Sounds like a sound effect.
Apple approves Bitcoin scam app and more tech talk. Buckle up.
Battle to the death, fighting till I take my last breath, till there's nothing left, till this flesh, till this past tense. Got up on the fence, henceforth this and that. I was lost, now a friend, now a force with the pen for the Lord.
Yo, what up, everybody? Welcome to Marrio Esco Live. I am your host, Marrio Esco. Alongside me is my good friend, co-host, Gil Vargas in the building. What's good, brother?
What up?
What's going on, bro?
Chilling, bro. And it's Gambit Gil to you.
Oh, my bad. Gambit Gil. I'm sorry.
I have to trademark it, man. I'm getting called all over the place. Gambit Gil. So guess what? Might as well go
Gambit
with it.
Gil.
I'm not going to fight it.
It's Gambit Gil. Why do I got to say?
I don't know about the voice.
Sorry, it's just
we got to work on that.
There's already a Wolverine of CHH. All right. Shout out to our listeners.
I was about to spit it.
GH3 Radio. 520 Radio. God's Music Radio. Street Church Music Radio. Redeem Project Radio. YouTube, what's good? Facebook, what's up? Twitch, what's good? Periscope, what up? Unashamed Network. Godify. Spotify. Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Podbean. What's up?
Peter Piper.
What's going on, family? We love y'all. We see those numbers growing. Let's let this ride out. Let's let these hand claps ride out. We see those numbers growing.
Oh, yeah.
We see those numbers growing.
It's nice.
Yo, it's pretty dope, man. You guys are finding the podcast, it seems. That's what's up. We do have a live as well.
We appreciate y'all.
For those that are on my Marrio Esco Facebook page and Death to Life page, I would recommend that you jump out of there and go to our YouTube. So if I'm catching you there, I'm just saying jump out, try to find the YouTube and subscribe there because I can't see all the comments. So I think on Gil Vargas, we can't see those comments. On my Marrio Esco Death to Life, we can't see those comments. So if you want to make sure that we see, what you guys are saying, sometimes I'll go back and look at them and I'll be like, I didn't respond to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just want to make sure that I catch you guys and respond to you guys. So check out D2Lproductions.com. D2, the number 2Lproductions.com. Subscribe to our YouTube if you haven't. Share the show. Like it. Thumbs up. All that good stuff. You want to support the show. We got new merch. 848. Create for the Creator. Gil, go ahead. Show off that Create for the Creator. You got the sweater. I got the cap on. We got different hats, different colors. We got more merch coming on the way. We are preparing some things.
Yeah.
I'm psyched about music videos, all kinds of good stuff. So I've been kind of disconnected from the social media. It's because we get into work behind the scenes. So I'm excited about what we got coming up. So check that out. D2Lproductions.com.
Got that hot fire.
We got that hotline too. You guys can call in right now. It's set to do not disturb. So you can leave a voicemail. Share, your experience with the show, what you like about the show, say what's up, prayer request, whatever. It's 774-243-0385, 774-243-0385. For my Spanish folk, let's see if I can do this off the top of my head. 774-274-243-85. 774-243-0385.
Wow.
778-243
again.
456. Yeah, all right, whatever. Hey.
See, now I gotta step in and do the low voice with it. Llama 774-243-0385.
D Nice in the building.
How come every time they say
King
the phone
Ice
number
in
in
the
Spanish,
building.
but when you say the number, it sounds like at the end
Sammy in the
you
building.
win something.
What up, everybody?
It's like
774-243-0385.
Yeah! Hey, what did I win? Nothing. You just the number to call.
Yes. Yep.
You didn't win anything.
That's right. So yeah, we might open up the lines in a little bit. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Check out Me Live Picks. That is our Spotify playlist.
Yep.
Me Live Picks. ME Live Picks.
Same 14 songs last week. Same 14 songs this week.
Share the show.
Share the show.
Leave a review.
Share the playlist.
So our podcasters.
Can you please share that
Leave a review.
played out playlist?
We love
That's
y'all.
what we should call our playlist. The played out playlist.
Yo, stop. Stop.
Yo, check out our played out playlist. It's phenomenal. Hasn't changed in weeks, months, years. You pick.
Shout out to all the people that are creating
Check it out.
CHH playlists and curating Christian hip hop music. That's what's up.
Yeah,
I love seeing what everybody's doing. And to be honest with you, man, I didn't realize like how much fire is out there. And I come across these playlists and it exposes you to different people and stuff like that. So I think the playlist is definitely working for the genre to expose people to different artists. So that's what's up. Keep that coming.
Yeah.
So, you know, just hold us accountable to our playlist. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
people are not gonna send us a message, but like, look, it's easy. Add music.
Man, add the music. Maybe I should add. Can I add people to manage it and do all that?
You could.
Yeah, maybe
If somebody's interested, hit us up, man.
Hey, listen, we're two guys trying to stay faithful with it.
For real.
So pray for the team to grow. Pray we have people to manage stuff and you know help us out in those areas. That's what's up. Recap last episode.
Recap.
CHH Pinata. Shout out to Jimmy, our brother. Inspired the title. CHH Pinata, episode 141. Talked about Kim Kardashian playing one of Andy Mineo's tracks to her Instagram video.
Eating grapes.
Eating grapes. I talked about Infantry supposedly closing up shop, but not really, I guess.
Rest in peace.
I guess they stopped as a collective, but it's still going as a
singularity
business entity, I guess. Talked about Jamie Foxx playing as Mike Tyson in the upcoming series. Gil did an excellent job. How you call it? Impersonating Mike Tyson. And you did a good job impersonating Jamie Foxx, impersonating Mike Tyson, man. Yeah. You killed it. Good job.
I appreciate it, man.
That's what's up. Let's go. We talked about Warner Bros. Making moves. And we played Nick D, Fit the Bill, and 350 Drive Me Home. So if any of that interests you, go check out
Peep it out.
episode 141 CHH Pinata.
Makes it more exciting when you do it with the voice.
That's it, man. All right,
like
cool. All right, now that all that's out the way, all right, before we jump in, Gil, how's your spiritual walk doing, man? How you doing?
Oh man, it's been dope. Me and wifey, we took a few days off, but we've been going through this book, just trying to really get basic terms, but really going deep, like going back to basics, but really honing in on really understanding. Like, so right now we're going into sin, like really understanding how sin works and how it can easily affect your life and just having a proper understanding of sin. So it's been dope, man. Me and wifey are really enjoying it. It's pretty dope.
Dope. So accountability.
Highly recommend any couples out there.
What's the name of the book?
This one is called Respectable Sins. So it's kind of like the idea of
sins that you give.
We automatically look at these big sins, you know, like adultery.
I don't do that.
Adultery.
I don't
it's like,
oh,
that's a crazy sin. But then they go gossip, and it's like,
yeah,
that's still sinful, my G. Like,
but let me ask you,
no, but that's not that bad. It's
and
not
when
like
you
that.
inform another Christian about another Christian, isn't that
Yeah, man.
You're
Well,
trying to-
it depends on what the context is. If you're talking about, like, yo,
how
let's
about
pray
when
for this
you're-
person or whatever,
Yo,
that's
how
not
about-
really like.
How about the people that say, yo, pray for this person, and then they just blab the gossip? But
Like,
it's, but
pray
it's,
for this person.
but it's in the
Their
form-
life is a hot
but
mess.
it's in the
Let
form
me
of-
tell you why.
but it's in the form of pray for this person. Oh, they do it in the prayer. Lord, help them with
Oh,
this,
can
this,
you
this,
imagine?
this, and this.
In a prayer group, like, I want to pray for
Lord, help
my
them with-
cousin
You
Louis
just
for
list
selling
the-
drugs in the
list of
basement.
sins in the prayer. Like, wait a minute, isn't that a gossip prayer? What is a gossip? What's a gossip?
Then it goes
prayer?
into praying and they just talking smack. Like, I'm really sick
Yo,
and
is that a
tired of
gossip
him.
prayer?
He smells. He
Oh, what
doesn't take a
happens-
shower.
What happens if you're not doing a gossip prayer with people? You're by yourself, but someone's listening at the door. Like, you doing it? Does
That's not gossip.
Does that still
Somebody's
count as
nosy.
gossip?
Now the person outside is the one sitting. They're like, wait a minute.
Time
That
out.
person praying.
He's gossiping.
heavy.
Yo, they like this. He's gossiping to the Lord. No. Wait a minute. He's sitting to the Lord. What is going on?
What?
Can't be gossiping to the Lord. Prayer gossip.
He is gossiping to the Lord. Do you hear this, man?
Go to my gossip closet. No. All right, let's stop.
No, that's crazy.
So that's dope. So respectable sins. I get it. All right. So it's about sins that you give a pass to or you overlook because they're not as big as these other sins.
Yeah, you kind of like condition yourself and
Got
like,
it.
ignore them because it's it's convenient ones. Usually they're like real convenient sins that you kind of just like.
Explain to me what's a convenient sin. What's it?
I don't
Can you
know,
break that down for me?
like,
What's a convenient sin?
like for a big one for guys looking at girls. You know what I'm saying? In
You're
the
going
wrong
there.
way.
Go ahead, go
It's
there.
convenient because, it's
What?
to yourself. Nobody sees you. It's a quick look.
Unless somebody
know what I
catches
mean?
you. Bang.
Well, of course, somebody catches. But I'm saying, like,
And it's wifey. Like,
but it's one of those sins that
You know,
kinda-
wifey already knows like ahead of time, right? Like wifey can spot temptation too.
Of course they can.
Is that right, Sammy? Am I wrong to say that?
I don't see that as crazy.
Do you be spotting temptation? Oh, the movie?
Oh, wow.
What?
Wow, Mario.
What is, like,
Jeez.
come on, you can't.
She's-
how do you
She's watching Temptations on the movies.
How do you pass?
Yes,
the movie?
when we watch Justice League, when we watch.
Oh my goodness. How do you? But first of all, how do you pass on the movie? What are you supposed to do? Like, what are you
Yes. Duh.
What are you supposed to look away?
You're supposed to take your pillow,
Like, yo,
your blanket.
why you looking? Like, wait,
You have to look away.
wait a minute. Why you looking? Like, what? What are we doing? Why are we both looking? Like,
Like
oh,
you
man.
obviously sinning because you know what I'm looking at.
Yeah. Anyway, cool. So yeah, respectable sins.
Yeah, bro. Perfect
So like that.
example.
So-
Exhibit A. Watch our show.
What else could
Bunch of respectable sins.
what else could pass? Did they give you like a list of respectable sins? Like
Yeah,
stuff?
I mean they're
so you
they're
said
like
gossip.
pretty much they're the ones that are not like overtly seen. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Like things that you do on your
On
own,
the inside.
Gossip. Unless you're involving a bunch of people, but usually that's between
Unless
you
it's
and
with
one
the
other
Lord.
person.
Unless-
Unless it's with the Lord. Don't
Unless
be
it's with the
gossiping
Lord.
with the Lord.
Okay, what else? Like what?
I don't know.
What another examples?
I would say, holding negative thoughts towards someone. That's something that nobody will ever know. But
Yeah.
we kind of toss it to the side. Like, you see that person at work for no reason and you're just like, I can't stand that. Man. Oh, I wish they would just get fired. Like stuff like that. Like nobody knows that you're thinking that. It's all to yourself, but they're still sinful. You're wishing harm on somebody or you're exhibiting this anger for no reason towards somebody. Like all those things, man. Like
Got it.
coveting is another one where you just constantly like wishing you had what other people have.
That's social media.
There you go.
For a lot of people.
If you have social
That's
media,
like-
you're going to hell.
Bro, that's
No, I'm
like
kidding.
social media. Like, I want all that.
For real.
I want everything everybody else
That's
got.
literally
Or
what social
or
media was
about-
made for.
Or what about the rich YouTubers that be doing the most wildest stuff, like filling up their whole pool outside with like bouncy balls or whatever, and they jump into it
yeah.
and do all this crazy stuff.
Or they
build like-
$5,000 mystery boxes just to open it up and see what's inside.
Yo,
Like this dude just spent $5,000 on a mystery box.
facts.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, okay, I got you, man. That's what's up. So you're learning about those kinds of things. Cool.
Yeah, man.
That's what's up. Awesome.
How about you?
Thank you. I was just gonna say, like,
Well, you're leading this thing. You could have simply been like,
Do I gotta ask myself?
Of
Like,
course.
yo, how about me?
It's Marrio Esco Live.
Mario, what about you? Let me think about it. Hold on. Thanks for asking. Now that you asked me, listen, I wasn't expecting that.
My bad. I fell out of the co-host bag a little bit. I had to jump back in.
Same thing, bro. You know, I mean, for the sake of the show, because we talk all the time. But just learning, you know what I mean? Just learning how to remain faithful and be content while at the same time maintaining your responsibilities. It's weird, right? Like, you got to be content, but you got to also not be lazy. So content doesn't mean lazy, but you get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
like, so learning how to be more
'Cause
content.
it's like well, in the young mindset, you know, you automatically like kind of get obsessed with things, and you just all about that, and you don't really have that balance. Like, you know, you like, for an example, like, you know, when we first started doing the music, that's all we wanted to do, just music.
Facts, bro.
Everything else was just put to the side. It's like, no, you still gotta work.
You in
still
the
gotta-
way of my dream.
Yeah, like you still have to
I'm trying to
do
get
your
this.
responsibilities. You know what I mean? But that comes with time. You know, you kind of have to learn that balance.
Yeah.
Especially when you're a pops and you got kids to juggle as well.
Oh, and then you got the gurus who tell you, you know, you can have the world. What's that? What's that skit? With Key Appeal, they got a skit with it. The dude goes,
It's like entrepreneur.
you can, kids, you can fly. And they're like, no.
Oh, he's like, no,
He's
you
like,
don't
no,
really
you
mean that.
can't.
No,
You can't fly.
He's like, no, you can't fly,
No,
but you really can.
really can, kids. And he's like yelling out to
Go to the edge
No,
of the building.
don't say it. Don't say it. No, don't say it. Yeah.
He was literal about
You
everything.
really can fly. Like, yo, like, no, you can't. No, you can't, by the way. Like,
No, you really can't.
But anyway, so yeah, that's what's
Next
up.
thing you know, somebody end up doing something crazy. I just heard it on the Marrio Esco Live.
No, just learning that, bro, how to be content, but at the same time, be a hard worker.
Yeah.
Be content, but be a hard worker. It's like, it's the weirdest thing. I don't know how to fully explain it. So
No, it's facts.
but
You should just don't let it consume you, you know. But you doesn't mean you're not able to work hard to in whatever it is that you're doing to succeed. Is basically
Facts.
the point. Like,
But you gotta, it's the craziest balance because you gotta know when you're taking it too far. You know what I'm saying?
that's the issue, is the balance, because you automatically want to consume yourself with it because you love that craft, or you love.
Well, that's what they say. Don't
you know,
sleep. Don't sleep. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
entrepreneurs don't sleep for like weeks at a time, and they eat ramen noodles and like,
Yeah, you can't- I
they
can't be
sleep
doing
in the
that.
car.
I can't be doing
They
that.
sleep in the parking lot. Like, you know, like
I love
you hear the
music, and I
stories
would
about
love
all
to
these
grind
people
that way. But when you're a family man, you can't be doing that. Nah.
You take your
Heck
family through
no.
that. You take your family through the dirt like that. Like, can't do it, man.
Oh yeah, but it's like you miss out on so much, that on things that you can't get back. You know, like those moments with your kids, like, you know, when they
Facts,
say their
bro.
first word,
Because you
or-
living for something else.
Yeah.
You ain't living for
like, I understand you want to make it because you want to provide. You know, I get all those things that come with that hard work, but that's the part that, as you get older, that balance starts to become important.
Yeah.
Because without that, then you are simply that product that you're trying to sell. You're not a family man. You're not a husband.
And
You're
that's
not.
dangerous,
You're that thing.
Ish.
And then you come to realize, you
That's
look at your
dangerous.
photographs, and your kids are older. They're about to move out.
And you're like,
you missed
who
out
was
on
I this
all
whole
that.
time?
Who are you to them this whole
Right.
time?
Facts.
Even to the point where even their artwork, you start to draw them, the family, without you,
Oh yeah. Yep.
because you're not there.
Yep.
So they're not used to having to draw you.
That's a
Like,
fact.
nah,
Yeah, those are signs.
I can't do that.
Dead giveaways. Like, nah.
I can't do that.
That's when it becomes idle, though. You know what I mean? Like, that's when it's an idol. When you're making decisions based off of just moves, like all your decisions are just based off of some kind of endeavor or goal that you're after,
Yeah.
and everything seems to be like an inconvenience to you achieving your goals. Like,
Facts.
bro, like some stuff I get it. Like, yeah, you got to have proper goals. You got to have things in place.
Oh yeah, that's what I mean. I don't the hard work, the planning, the research and all that, spending time to do whatever it is that you love to do.
Yeah.
The question is like, are you with your family? Are you teaching your kids? Are
Facts.
you know what I'm saying? Like, are you
Facts.
actually a part of their lives where they're gonna have memories
Mhm.
with you? You know, in their lives, going to dance class, stuff like that. Like those are those little moments that when they get older and they're off to college or whatever, you're going to wish that you were able to have a little bit more input in their lives. Right. And you're going to always wonder, did I prepare them?
Mm-hmm.
Did I actually give them something to really go into this world prepared, or did I fail them? That's one feeling I never want to have.
Yeah. I guess the best way to go about it is time management is big. Like working out your time, your schedule with wifey. So that way you do have the time carved out to commit to certain things and there's not a problem.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, look, between this time and this time, I got to lock in and get this done.
Facts. That's what I'm saying. It's all
just
planning.
like you do for your job, Like
it's all planning.
I mean, for those that got the side hustles and the things that they try to do, my podcasters and artists and creatives out there that have their side hustle with the hopes of someday, getting paid full time doing what you love to do, man. That's the creative's dream. Every creative's dream is like that.
Yeah.
But the hardest thing is knowing that, I did a tweet the other day that God is the bag. When are you going to realize that God is the bag? It took me a long time to realize that. Like, it took me a very long time to realize that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's a process, man. That's all you artists out there, man. It's a process.
Facts.
It's a process. You're not going to get it right away. The balance and challenging yourself creatively, it's just enjoy the road.
Right. Facts. Enjoy the process. Some people it dies out. Like some people just get up and quit,
Yeah.
like, and because you're not defined by what you do, your occupation.
Facts.
It's just something that you do. And really, honestly, it's God who sovereignly placed you where you're at, gave you the skills that you have, gave you the ability, gave you the resources,
gives you the amount of
connections
success that you have.
Facts. It's God who does that. At the end of the day. So some people are just like, they just don't have the will, the resources, and then they just fade out.
Yep.
And for them, it's gone. Boom. Or some people like us are stuck in it. Like, it's just like Lord,
yeah,
sometimes
man.
I be praying, get me out of it. Help me to stop liking this stuff. Like, what?
Oh, for real.
Lord, it's better that I just let this go. But the Lord has I keep waking up with that desire, bro. I keep waking up with that, man, like that desire to be faithful to the community, that curiosity to see what's going on in the community of creatives. It's just in the back of my mind. It's not like primary focus, and God is teaching me that. Like my primary focus needs to be my local church. That's something I'm currently like, man, I'm going through that, and it's a blessing. It's been a blessing locking in. It's been a blessing, and I'm excited to see the fruit of what's gonna come out of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm very, I'm excited to see what's going to come out of that. But in the meantime, like I love Jimmy. I love Jose. I love Ant. I love my people. I love Abe. I love, our brother Benjamin. You know what I mean? The Goyi, list goes on and on. Please forgive me if I forget y'all. I love y'all. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
This is like, we look forward to Tuesdays. I love this right here. My wifey gets excited about this day. I be coming down in the basement. Everything's already set up. I swear it's deja vu. Let's jump into our topics. I swear it's deja vu. I'll keep on going.
But I love fire, y'all. Man. But
my week is good. I'm spiritually good. Gil, it sounds like you're matured. All right, cool. We're being sanctified. That's what's up. Yeah, cool. Our weeks are good.
All you can do.
Facts. Let's jump into the topic, man. You ready? You ready?
That was the weirdest introduction we've ever done in our lives.
Because I caught myself.
No, I get it.
I'm like, dude, I'm going to keep dragging about my life story. And I'm like, I got a show here. What am I doing?
But that's a fact, though. Not many people know that, your wifey supports in that kind of way. And some people need to be encouraged by that because that wasn't always the case with you. You know what I mean? Like, that wasn't always the case. And that's a beautiful thing to hear of a testimony of a relationship that has grown in such a way that now she is involved in the ministry where she sets up, you come downstairs, lights are up, like cameras.
Facts.
Like, that's fire, bro. You know how many people probably wish, their significant other or even their girlfriend or whatever, they're courting and they had that level of support to that, their significant other. That's fire, bro.
Yeah.
I don't think
dope.
that's nothing.
The journey is really dope, man. I'm enjoying the process.
Yeah, bro. It's
and
fire.
Learning as we go along. And that learning also includes this podcast too.
Yeah.
Me and Gil have some plans. We're going to be
Facts.
praying about taking this to the next level and taking it a little bit more serious. But I don't want to drag it out. That's cool. We can segue now.
Praise report. My wifey hold it down too, man.
Facts.
She be setting it up.
Shout out to the wife.
When I be doing them home podcasts, like she be setting up my gear too.
Facts.
Like,
shout out to the wife. Bro, she lets you come over here an hour back and forth once a week.
Facts.
Like she could be like, nah, I need you at home, you know? Yeah. So thank you, Leslie. We love you.
We love you, man.
Shout out to the wifeys. We love you. Hand claps again.
She's
for the
so lovely.
And if you are a female listening to the show, hand clap for you too.
Just cuz.
All right. We love you too.
Power. Too much power.
Too much power. Too much power. Hold on. I got it. We good. All
Sorry about that,
happens
folks.
every now and then. All right. Let's start with Sho Baraka.
Yep.
Apologizing for criticizing Rapzilla article. So there was an article that came out, Social Justice and CHH Part 1, A Decade with Lecrae and Derek Minor. I think it was, from what I've gathered, I guess it was a writer who doesn't normally write for Rapzilla. I think it was his first time. Fact check me. My apologies if I got it wrong, but that's what I picked up on it. So anyway, it's just a article about social justice, and this is only part 1. They have several parts that go with this. And so somebody tweeted and said, "Can't forget about Sho Baraka." Sho Baraka responded, "They forgot," through this laughing emoji. And then he continues, "This is what's wrong with CHH. As much as I respect those men and their work, they should not be the first spotlight in a series on the history, justice in the game, in the genre. Seems like glory chasing. Easily could have done something on Prop, Swift, High Sock, or others, especially 10 years ago." That's what kind of like started the whole conversation back and forth. Chad Horton, Rapzilla, chimes in. "What's wrong with CHH? Possibly one, highlighting, supporting people, their artistry, social justice work stands to our detriment, and still getting dragged by the ones we've always supported. After rarely getting likes, comments, shares, how you say this?
Reciprocate.
Thank you. Definitely one thing wrong with CHH. And reading. That's another thing I got to work on with CHH.
Yeah.
All right, so Gil, what do you think so far, man?
I'm
not trying to be chatty patty. The conversation eventually ends with them making peace, but from the jump, like, what are your thoughts on just how Sho Baraka feels about it? And then Chad on his side. Yo, real talk, man. Rapzilla gets dragged through the mud a lot.
Yeah, they do.
And a lot of it has to do with us, creatives. A lot of it has to do with how we feel about where we belong in things and where we think our artistry level is at. And, a lot of it is all our, within ourselves. Because if you think about what Rapzilla has done, real talk, like, they put work in. They are, like, when you search CHH, you see Track Stars, Rapzilla, you see, GH3 Radio, you see a lot of these heavy hitters that are putting work in. They're one of the top, as we all know, the top media site. We all know that.
Yep.
They've been putting work in. So at the end of the day, like, we got to sit back and say, yo, look at the work they put in and they shift up. Like, I'm not here to be praise report, kind of like I don't want to be biased with my opinion. You know what I mean? So I had my differences as well.
Yeah,
I had my back and forth with Rapzilla as well. But at the end of the day, I was able to swallow my pride and see the hard work that they put in for the genre, and it is what it is.
Yeah.
So props and hand claps.
Props to them. The negative side, I would say, is as a entity that they are on Christian hip hop and creating helping and assisting artists build their names up and reporting on things Christian of that nature. I probably would have stayed away from this topic. That's just my opinion. It's just too many opinions. It's too touchy of a subject. Too emotionally driven. There's no absolute, which is why as Christians, I feel like we should stick to the truth, which is the word of God. That's the best way to help people. I think even your view of social justice will get more clarity if you understood scripture more. and understood all of its implications on all things sinful and all things good, all things bad. Like,
Facts.
You just will understand how this world works that much more. So why not stick to that? We're a Christian platform. We should be sticking to the truth, which is Christ crucified for us, for our sins, being the replacement to what the wrath that we deserve, and being that replacement, taking that wrath for us. Like, there's no better truth than that. So these types of things, you can clearly see how it easily, quickly causes division.
Triggers
people.
Look, Derek Minor jumps in. He's like, I've been talking about the black issues and black people since this album 2010. I hate that just because I wasn't popular and signed to Reach and y'all had no clue who I was, y'all think I just started talking about healing us and my community. I've been black. So again, you're talking about triggering.
It just sounds like a bunch of disunity. That's what it sounds like to me.
Right.
Rather than us coming together, especially in a time where we're in right now with pandemic and all these different things that we're being attacked, for our beliefs and being as Christians and all these different things that are happening. We're, arguing about things that really are. It just depends on your point of view. Everybody has a different point of view. I've heard about social justice in so many different ways, and who are you to say who's right or wrong? The only thing that we have that's absolute is Christ, and I think that's what we should focus on, especially right now.
So people would say, so that's negligent to an issue that is real and present at this very time.
Yeah, and how do we fix that?
Go ahead.
How do we fix these problems?
By addressing the problems.
How?
By exposing them to be real issues.
Mm-hmm. But where does it stem from?
It stems from people not acknowledging the issue.
The issue is sin. It all comes down to sin. If everybody has
a specific sin.
Yeah.
All right. So
and how do we address all sin? We shouldn't just hone in on one. Yeah, there's a lot of things that are happening in social justice. I completely understand all of it. I completely understand it. But in order for us to change, the truth of Christ needs to be transformative in a person's life to really understand these types of things so clearly that they act accordingly. Mm-hmm. We always act unbecoming of human beings because we're sinful.
What if I feel
we are sinful?
What if I feel called and it's my place to address this problem?
Okay, and there's a time and place for it. You create a platform for that.
You're the one to tell me the time and the place for it? Like, this is how I handle it.
Okay, so if you're creating a business, right, and you have this business that has to do, for an example, music, and your job and your focus and your goal is to assist artists, put people on to new artists and all these different things, music related, why are you chiming in on social justice issues? What does that have to do with your business? How is that a benefit to your business?
Because the music is actually confronting those issues as well. So we can benefit by taking the messages that the music is trying to convey and support it by highlighting it. So we can acknowledge
highlight it. But they did a whole entire article with their opinions. And this is what sparked it, because now people are like, wait, what? How are you giving an opinion when there's been people that have been talking about it for a long time?
The beef wasn't the opinion. The beef was the first lineup of the people that were in the article. Yo, that is kind of like crazy, by the way. So I am pushing that Gil a little bit just to get the convo flowing. But just side note real quick. Yeah. It is kind of like, that's crazy. Crazy. Bang. That's crazy.
A long time ago.
Okay. Well, who's counting? So that's a tie. That's a tie. All right. So it's crazy.
This dude's a nut. I'm telling you. Hurry up, man.
All right. All right. Cool. All right. Man. All right. So I think it's kind of crazy that you would get upset about a lineup. That's just my opinion. Like, I think it's kind of crazy that I would be like, yo, why them first? But whatever. It's beyond the point because Sho did follow up. Like, I'm not gonna drag it out. Yeah. He did apologize to Derek. First, Derek, I apologize for the residual impact of my tweet. All respect, as I said, Rapzilla, I apologize for criticizing the work. I hope the article blesses the people. I knew that feeling of being ignored all too well. I should have kept it moving. I know that feeling of being ignored all too well. Yeah.
Being ignored right now.
And the Lord is teaching me how to keep it moving. So Sho, that's what's up, man. That's
what
growth.
else can you do?
That's spiritual growth, man. There you go.
You go, Sho.
You go, Sho. That's for sure. And then Chad jumps in. Thank you, Sho. I truly appreciate this response.
Wow. What a translucent response.
Nah, dude, don't get crazy, bro.
So it's almost transparent.
No, this dude is
right through
no.
it.
See, now you're messing up the
right
vibe.
Through it.
Now you're just messing up the vibe. All right, so that's what's up, man. At the end of the day, brothers apologized and walked away with peace. I thought it was kind of crazy. Rapzilla reached out to some of the journalists and media sites to make sure everybody got their stories correct.
Yep. That's hilarious.
I thought that was all right, cool, man. Like some influence behind the scenes, like, you know what I'm saying? Like
I felt like they had a switchblade.
Yeah. When do we get
Here's the actual story?
When do we get those DMs? When we get over like a certain amount of subscribers, that when we have like the vanity metrics, that it's like, all right, make sure they got the story right. Right now they're like, don't say nothing. When it's like over like whatever many subscribers, then they're like, oh shoot.
I'm like, okay,
DM them quick.
You have over 1,000.
Wait a minute, he has
Get him.
He has 20,000 subscribers. Make sure they get the story correct. under 20,000 is like, nah, we don't need to.
I wonder.
What's the number?
The people who got corrected
what's
by
the
them, they get excited. Like, Rapzilla corrected us. That means we made it, guys. Guys, we did it!
When they start DMing you,
Rapzilla just corrected us,
sending you emails, penned emails to your house. I mean, look, I'm so used to emails now. It's all digital. Penned mails to your house, like letters to your house, like from Chad Horton, like signed.
A handwritten
letter from Chad.
We see what you did.
You know, what's his name? Shy Lim be writing his rhymes with a pen and a scroll.
Oh, you know it. You know it, man.
What did you say?
He uses a feather.
Oh man.
Somehow
he uses a feather. So that's what's up,
How
man.
did
I
they
mean,
do that back in the day with a feather. That's crazy.
Yeah. How did they preserve the scriptures, bro? That's crazy.
I don't know, man.
That's crazy. I would have been one of the dudes.
That's how you know.
I would have dropped it in a puddle of water, like, oh, like I would have been one of the dudes that done messed up. Like, I always do the most stupidest things, man. I'm like, why? I knew I was gonna be the guy to trip. I was gonna be the guy to trip. I was gonna be the only guy to trip.
Marrio, the one that lights it on fire, and there's no fire to be found.
There's no fire.
Somehow he lights
one of the scrolls is on fire.
In his hands.
No fire.
In his hands.
It just as soon as they hand it to me, oh no! That's when they gotta exercise the demon out of me or something. If the scriptures go on fire when you hand it to me, there's a problem.
I caught the Pentecost.
What just happened? Oh man!
Shailin writes on lambskin with quill.
Facts.
That's like a feather joint.
That is a facts.
And then he rolls it up and puts it underneath his armpit and keeps it moving.
Yo, and God Over Money.
Somehow I feel like he has his own sheep with him.
God Over Money continues that.
He has his own pet sheep. Like
that. Remember that video promo that they did for AI the Anomaly, where they continue and they follow up with part 2.
This is crazy
for those that are watching.
We've assembled a group of people.
Shout out to Ryan Lamar. I think he directed and filmed it.
We're probably going to get a notification from Dayton.
Red Gorilla Entertainment.
The God Over Money crew. Bumps INF.
Oh no, for Bizzle actually.
Bumps INF.
Mr. Fantastic. Mr. Infinite. New albums dropping. The chaos is beautiful.
Super dope.
We'll see if you're still smiling after the album drops.
What's your life like? Two choices, ride or deny Christ. When I said
So
we
it's
see things way
showing off.
different. Oh,
It's a
boy, ain't
promo
talking
for
about
his
eyesight.
Bumps upcoming album. Chaos is beautiful.
I hope so. For the world's sake.
Yo, the way they do this, like it's some kind of like DC. Like, dude, I am so coveting.
This.
I'm like, nah, get that out of here.
I'm glad you can admit
That's
to it.
mine.
I am so coveted.
Don't do that. That's me. No,
I feel like that belongs on a t-shirt. I'm so
that's my
coveted.
idea. I was the one who was supposed to do that spiritually dead.
God over Money Justice League. Facts.
Yo, for real, man. It has that. It's a dope vibe, man.
It
Shout out
is.
to them. Shout out to God Over Money. That's what's up. Way to step up your media game. Way to step up your video production. The way to unfold the albums. I knew that was gonna happen. We reported on the first one. We were talking about. I mean, it was obvious. I'm
That
not
was a
gonna say I take the credit for something
move.
super obvious.
That's something.
They're gonna unveil
something that,
every
like,
one of those rappers.
That's something that you see and you automatically assume that it's a secular thing because it's
You saw Bizzle.
Bizzle's in there.
When they came out, when they did the lineup, you're like, oh, there's Bizzle.
Stop it.
There's Bizzle.
How did you know it was Bizzle?
You could just, just tell.
He was built like Bizzle.
He was built. Yes.
He's like, you can tell that's Bizzle. Look at he's built just
Bizzle.
like a Bizzle.
Yeah, it's messed up how you could just see Bizzle. It's like, oh, there's Bizzle.
It's almost like
Bizzle
a
lineup.
description. That's a Bizzle looking dude right there.
What would be super dope is if they unveil him and it's not Bizzle. It's like, dang, it's Fizzle. No,
It's Fizzle. For just Fizzle.
no, stop. All right, cool. What's Jimmy say about like, I'm the only one in CHH with pecs like Batman.
Facts.
All right?
That's Marrio. He does the voice too.
I'm going to come through like Dark Side. Like, no.
No one should have that. No one should have those arms.
Oh, man.
I'm going from large to medium. How about
Super
that?
fire. I love the production. Shout out to Ryan Lamar.
Yeah, man.
That does an excellent job.
Crazy
Red
actors and
Gorilla
everything.
Entertainment. That's what's up. Doing their thing.
Crazy dope.
I want to see more from brother. I'm definitely excited, bro. If you give like a script to if you're a script writer, send it to Ryan Lamar, please.
Yeah.
Red Gorilla Entertainment. Collaborate. Any Christian directors,
tough.
Christian screenwriters, send your stuff to Ryan Lamar. Red Gorilla Entertainment. Go peep it. What's up? Who you excusing me? Oh. My wife just interrupted in the background.
Dang.
Excuse me. Wow.
Sure. To what?
Sorry,
Not
man.
in none of your business.
None of your business. Keep it moving.
Okay. Well,
right,
then
baby.
why did you say it so loud? Yeah.
Dope. So that's what's up. D Nice built
great.
Bizzle tough.
Why does that sound like a Tonka truck?
D Nice is trying to get the title off right now.
It's like Tonka truck is coming out with a new truck, and it is built Bizzle tough.
You want to jump right into it, man?
To what?
You want to jump right into our topic?
Oh my Lanta.
Lil Nas X.
Wow.
Everybody been talking about it. Every CHA show that exists now are beating us to
Even
the punch.
the radio's
I'm
talking
like, what
about
in
it,
the
dude.
way?
I rode
You
into
remember
work.
a time when it was just us yelling, when are we going to have more shows? And now it's like, man, everybody's talking about the shows before we get to it. Like,
Yeah.
everybody been talking about it. Lil Nas X releases a controversial music video. We'll talk
Even though
about
I
that
know this is so
later.
yesterday now, guys.
We'll talk about later. But he has a sneaker design devoted to Satan.
Hell. And people went crazy. Like, we're so boycotting Nike. They're canceled. It's not even Nike.
And they said, I guess it wasn't an actual collaboration with Nike.
Not at all.
Nike denies the involvement.
And they're actually suing.
But supposedly the sneaker contains human blood from the staff
Yeah.
of what's it called? Mischief? Is that the company?
I have no idea.
MSCHF. I think it's Mischief. So they collaborated with Mischief. Lil Nas X collaborated with Mischief, and they only had 666 pairs.
Yep.
Which were sold in a day.
Yep. Well, a couple of hours.
And it was sold for over $1,000 or just about $1,000.
Yeah.
So they took an Air Max 97.
Yep.
They customized it. Mischief, the company, customized the shoe.
They put like
They supposedly
the star,
put the staff blood inside.
the devil star like medallion on the top of the shoe.
There was 666 pairs. Like,
yep.
I mean,
it's straight up Satan.
It's all over it.
And it's called the Satan shoe. Like
they had Luke. What was it? Luke. Is it
says it right
Luke
on the
10,
shoe right there.
18, is it? I think the verse about Satan falling from the heavens.
Yeah.
Oh, on Holy Week.
It's Luke 10:18. Yeah.
Right? Isn't it Holy Week? Isn't it?
Everything was 10:18 too. Even the price was $1,018 per pair. Everything was 10:18. Like everything was subliminal.
Mm-hmm. Intentional. Crafted.
I heard a bunch of different theories. One of the theories I heard that I found interesting was that that because Christians are always saying that, you know, homosexuals are going to be going to hell and burning in hell, that he's decided to make hell the place for them and he would be their ruler. I found that kind of interesting because it only thing that actually made sense.
Wait, what are you talking about?
The video?
No. Wait, let's hold off on the video. Let's stick with the shoe.
My bad.
Let's stick with the shoe.
But yeah, that shoe
supposedly. So they have blood in the shoe, supposedly.
Lo reprendo en el nombre de Jesús.
666 pairs.
The other strong was Teato. Satana. Teato.
Nike came in as soon as possible. It was like, nah, get this thing up out of here. We got nothing to do with this.
Straight up Satan.
Sold them out in a day at $1,000 a pair. Actually, Mischief previously released a pair of modified Nike Air Max 97s called the Jesus shoe.
We talked about it. Remember when I brought my Nikes and I put the cross
snap.
on it?
We did talk about that.
Yeah.
And it had holy water.
Yep.
In the so this is just something they do.
Yeah.
So the company doesn't care about what you come up with.
They're custom shoes.
They just like, yo, we'll do some crazy custom stuff and we'll make it real
Nas
cool.
X just put his name on it and said, yeah, I'll endorse this.
For one, you know there's not no real blood in that thing.
Heck no.
You know that it's like what is it? It's like
it's red paint. They said it's one drop of human blood. It's not the whole thing. They said that it's mixed in with the red paint. They put in one drop of blood and every shoe has a drop of blood in
supposedly.
The paint. Supposedly, yeah. According to them. It's weird. But because Nike is making a fuss, they're suing, it's only going to make this shoe that much more exclusive, to be honest. And people are just going to want it that much more. People weird like that.
So it actually says the Satan shoe coincides with Lil Nas X's latest single. This is where it goes into how it ties back to the music video.
Yeah.
So it coincides with his latest single. So all this is just promo for his upcoming album or whatever he's doing.
Yep.
He did say, just for those of you that are angry and upset, he teased about, I think it was someone else who created this, but he capitalized on it. So somebody did a Chick-fil-A John 3:16 version, like a Christian version of the shoe.
That's hilarious.
And he retweeted that picture of it and he's like, all right, for y'all haters, whatever. And then he did that. But then it coincides with the music video that he did. Gil,
it's a hot mess, man. It's a hot mess. This really is.
Gil, you wanna take me on?
I mean, the video is completely subliminal from the very beginning. You know, at the very beginning, he's referencing theological matters, eat Adam and Eve type of feel. You know, the video gets, you know, there's like a serpent involved. It's weird. Don't trust me. It's a waste of your time.
Facts, Abe.
Then he somehow drops to hell on a pole. Somehow you found a pole that is connected to hell.
So wait. So he's in. At first, he was in the garden.
Yeah, he's in the garden.
You can clearly tell
It looks
it's
like
the
Adam
Garden
and
of
Eve
Eden.
feel. Yeah, it's complete
Like
Adam
you
and
can
Eve.
clearly tell. And then there's that serpent alien thing, right?
Yeah.
It's a serpent that's going around. You see it going around the tree, and it's an alien looking being thing.
Yep.
And somehow what? He ends up dying.
Somehow.
The visual is he ends up dying and he ends up ascending.
But think about it.
And then there's
he
an
died
angel.
after that snake thing got a hold of him.
Right.
Think about
So
it.
he died from the snake. The
brought
snake
death because he told him eat from the tree.
Right.
And he said, don't eat from the tree, you'll surely die. And the snake tricked them into getting the fruit. They didn't do the fruit thing in the video, but they did it in another way.
I beg to differ.
And somehow he died from that weird interaction.
I beg to differ.
Fell to hell.
No, wait. Slow it down, brother.
My bad.
You uncomfortable?
No,
slow it down.
I'm just...
Slow it down. So this dude ends up dying.
Yeah.
With the Martian-looking snake.
Marvin the Martian.
Right? And then he ends up ascending. He goes up toward the heavens.
Mm.
There's a picture of an angel with wings, right?
Yep.
You remember that?
Yep.
So how does he end up falling?
I don't know.
So he's ascending to
Maybe
heaven.
the heaven saw him interact with that other being.
And they said,
hell no.
I'm curious.
Literally. Hell no.
All right, hold up. D-Nice. Thank you, D-Nice. The music video is straight up ripoff of FKA Twigs' music video. And the production team is getting major flack for stealing the visuals.
Wow.
So apparently this is a knockoff. The music video is a knockoff of a video that already exists.
So they could have created something original and instead they took somebody else's idea to do something.
So it's not
dumb
even
twice.
an original
concept. That means there's another dumb version of that video somewhere else in the world.
And I wonder if they have Christian symbolism in that one as well, because that would be telling. If they don't have Christian symbolism in that, and they stole from that video the concept,
that means it was very
added
intentional.
Christian symbolism in it, then exactly.
Yeah.
Then he designed this his own way.
But I mean, I believe it was intentional because of the way the interactions have been happening on Twitter and how they're going back and forth, how they're coming at him for the video and all these different things. You can clearly tell that it was intentional because it sounds like he had previous trauma, like, where people were coming at him for him coming out, as homosexual. So it sounds like this was his, like, I'm getting back at y'all for condemning me and saying that.
So he took a knockoff video and he said, yo, make it Christian.
I'm going to use this to get back at them and I'm going to give them my message is that I don't care.
It's not satanic and they added the symbolism. So it's probably just a video
there you go.
Of just normal like scenery and stuff of D-Nice is a chick. Is it like sensual? So if that's the case, it makes sense because you got homeboy straight up,
no sense.
Straight
that
up,
video makes no sense.
Going to hell on a stripper pole. Like what?
Yep.
This dude is going.
I just said pole.
That's just.
I didn't add the other word. I'm not trying to get canceled.
How you
Nowadays, you can't even say that.
Can you say that? What did he not? Did he not?
But they're not strippers.
He went to hell on a stripper pole.
They're professional dancers.
So this professional dancer went to hell on a pole. Then there you go.
There you go.
All right. All right. You want the clean version? The professional dancer.
There was a professional dancer sliding on a pole to a mythical place that was all red. All red.
Stop. Okay. All right. So somehow he ends up going to hell.
He said, kinda. So I guess it was sensual.
Kinda. All right. Cool. And then he ends up doing some sensual acts.
On Satan.
On Satan.
Yeah.
And at the end of it, he takes off what looks like a crown.
Yeah.
And he puts it on.
He kills Satan.
He kills Satan.
He takes the horns or crown.
Puts it on his head.
The crown of
his
horns.
eyes glow red and wings come out and he got the power.
Yeah. He's got the power. I don't know what power that is. But
end of scene.
I don't know what power that is.
Scene one.
That's where he should have ended. He should have ended with no, I got the power.
No. All right, so he gets the power.
But the whole thing was ridiculous. That would have made it at least entertaining. Whole thing was
Bro,
ridiculous.
What's crazy is that he has some of the concepts.
Christian or not, even when I was not a Christian, I would have looked at that and said, "That's ridiculous. That should not exist."
It should not whole exist. Thing is a straight blasphemous big spit in the face of God. The whole entire concept, and it's an obvious, it's an obvious move that he made to get money, to cause controversy, to spark conflict, to get everybody, which it's working. Everybody's talking about it.
It's what's crazy is that even logic is leaving people's minds. You know what I'm saying? Because I saw a Twitter response from a mom who said, "I have a homosexual 14-year-old, and I think what you're doing is great." What? You want your 14-year-old, gay or not, to see that and say, "Good job, this is support"? That's crazy. If your kid is struggling with that kind of sexuality, you're saying that this is going to give him clarity? Whether you support it or not, you don't think that's crazy?
Yo, actually,
are you kidding me?
In the video, this dude has a little description that he does. I forgot what it said.
It makes no sense,
but
bro.
He hints
no
at,
sense.
He hints at, in this land that he's in, we do whatever we want. Like the stuff that you hold on to inside that you know not to do, in his Eden, you get to do whatever you want. All those stuff that you don't want to do, you get to live out all your desires.
And what's sad, this is the saddest part, is that it seems like the people that he really was getting attacked by don't understand how to preach. Don't understand how to talk to somebody who is clearly under the influence of something that is not good.
Right.
To the point where he is blatantly showing his sinfulness. Just, I'm showing it.
It's shock value.
Exactly. And what he received, instead of receiving the truth of God in love, he was just threatened, and it was just hell. This is what's hell. This is where you're going. And it's like, dude, if we have the good news and we have hope, how is this young man who is clearly confused going to receive any kind of hope or listen to somebody who has the truth by telling them only where they're going? You're going to hell. Peace. Just for that video, you going to hell. That's not what it's about. And if you are one of those people, I would strongly suggest you reevaluate your faith, because Christ wasn't walking around just saying to people, "You going to hell," and then walk away. He was giving them the hope that is in him. You know what? Is your sins being forgiven. Someone that is that loving, that is willing to take all your sin and take it upon themselves and sacrifice themselves on a cross for them. I'm sorry, but I don't see hate in that. I don't see somebody telling me like, "What? You telling me there's somebody out there that loves me enough that they're willing to die for me? Oh man, what a hate speech you got." That's not hate speech, bro. But when you're telling someone they're going to hell and they're a lost cause and they should just give up with life because all they're good for is hell. Sorry, but that's not an environment where someone is going to receive anything from you.
Well, first, let's break down where this is coming from. It's coming from somebody who's not a professing Christian, obviously, an unbeliever, secular artist, trying to make that dollar, trying to make that paper, open about his homosexuality, open about that. And we know that, the Christian stance, it's very controversial with people that are homosexual. It's very controversial. So the obvious entity or symbolic figure that you would oppose as a homosexual you're gonna attack Christianity. That's going to be, so he made this bold move with probably these feelings of insecurity and shame of his stance, and saying, "Yo, forget this. I'm coming out. I'm being bold. I don't care. I'm spitting in the face." And at the same time, sadly, spitting in the face of the creator and making a very blasphemous, move, a stance to stand against the creator for, to defend and celebrate, his sin, bro. Like, real talk. So at the end of the day, it's not for us to be like, "Yo, like you said, like it's expected. it's expected. What homeboy did? Like what do you?
Oh yeah, I wasn't surprised.
What does anybody expect?
Yeah, the fact that people are so shocked
it shouldn't
by
be
this.
when you have people who aren't Christian, who don't practice Christian principles, who don't read their Bible, who don't seek to honor God the way that God tells us to in his word, then you got people who are making up their own rules and deciding what's right and wrong for them in their own life. And so they go off of their own moralistic, whatever compass that is, which, by the way, I find it kind of interesting how Joyner Lucas jumps into this conversation. Joyner Lucas comes in and he says, I think the biggest problem for me is the fact that he don't understand Old Town Road is every kid's anthem. Children love him for that record. They tuned in and subscribed to his channels. So with no disclaimer, he just dropped some left field-ish and all of our kids seen it? Shaking my head.
Yeah.
Joyner Lucas.
Yeah.
The same dude who came out with that all his music is controversial. All his music is like, but the one in particular, the specific one was God's work. I mean, was it God's work?
Yeah.
What did he do? No, saying was it
God's work, where he did it in the church, and
okay, so it was God's work.
Yeah. He was saying all these people hope that they die, like, you know, whatever.
Yeah, so he
people.
did a very controversial thing too as well in a church I couldn't even get into, and they didn't even let me get in there. And I was like, "Yo, I'm a Christian hip hop artist. I'm trying to come at Joyner. Like, let me get in here." And the priest was like, "No, you're biblical? No." Like, like, oh, wait a minute. Yeah. Like,
that was crazy.
You're not letting me in because I'm biblical? What? Like, so I had to make this corny video outside the church. I was just like, yo, what's up, man?
Marrio had to report.
I'm like, yo, man. You know, I'm
here live on the steps where it all happened. Where it all went down.
That's the birth of Marrio Esco Live. I was in front of the church, like, guys, we are all here.
I felt like he had a polo shirt on with both hands down.
Now everybody's gonna go check out.
Hey guys,
Marrio Esco.
I'm here where it all happened.
This
is where Joyner Lucas broke God's law, and I'm coming to you live, and I'm gonna rap the truth. Here it goes. Once upon a time, real long ago, there was a kid named Marrio.
As a rapping, Joyner Lucas goes by in that big tank that he has with the key to the city. And the whole city's just following Joyner Lucas. And I'm sitting there on the side like, I'm a Christian hip-hop rapper, people. Stop and listen to me spit.
Take me serious.
Guys. Even the priest is like, get out of here. Get off my steps. Even
and he waves to Joyner. Hi, Joyner.
Oh, my bad. We just wasted all it. Look, my bad. Let me see. D-Nice says, is blatant Satanism worthy of all Christian outlets in uproar?
Oh, it was devil's work. Yours was called God's work.
Yeah. Don't look it up. Don't look it up.
That's awesome.
What about the enemy blurring the lines
look it up.
under the guise of Christian nationalism? The American Christianity movement. Facts, bro. Blurring the lines under the guise of Christian nationalism. The American Christianity movement. Is blatant Satanism worthy of all Christian outlets in uproar? Okay, that's what he says. I think it's expected, and I found it kind of very interesting how Joyner Lucas jumps in with the moralistic compass of hip hop right now.
But the thing is, like, D-Nice, the blatant uproar is worthy in the sense where we should protect our young ones. Yes, we should have an uproar and say, yo, you know, make sure you guys are watching now what your kids are watching. You know, if you know any youngins that are watching this, make sure that you keep a close eye so you can speak to them and give them the truth so this stuff doesn't confuse them and those types of things. But coming at him like this, like coming at him with an uproar, like, I don't think that's wise. Why? Because if you come at anybody sideways, whether you telling them the truth or not, it's not going to be effective. It's not. If someone's a drug addict and you come in them and you just sit there and insult them, how do you expect them to be like, man, I really want you to help me? That's not going to happen. And that's what was happening. Like, it was just a bunch of insults and you're going to hell with no hope. It'd be different if you just saw a bunch of gospels, just giving it to them, giving them the gospel. That's not what you saw. It was, you're going to hell, this, that. Like,
did you see that? I didn't see that. I saw people defending.
What do you mean?
So it was interesting is you're talking about going to hell. Here's Joyner Lucas saying, you exposed my kids.
Facts.
Joyner Lucas is not.
I'm talking about on the
a
Christian side of
practicing,
things.
like professing Christian. Like, but I know you're talking about the Christian side of things. But it's interesting. Somebody who's not even Christian is saying, "Yo, what you doing?
Yeah. That's it. That is
Yo, what you doing?"
When a secular guy tells you, "Yo, that's a little much."
You just bait and switch my kids.
Yo, that's crazy.
Later, he came to his senses, though. He said, Lil Nas X video is wild, but as an artist, he doing everything he's supposed to do, creating viral moments, making people talk, and creating content he already knew you was going to react to. It's a formula guaranteed to work. I doubt he actually worships the devil. So I don't know what switched him, what switched him up. I don't know. At one point, he's like, "Yo, you bait and switch," and now he's like, "Yo, man, make that money."
Even if he doesn't,
make that money.
Even if he doesn't, like, there's other ways that you can get attention, even in a secular way, that doesn't involve grinding on a satanic figure.
Is it a political stunt? Of course.
Of course it is.
Is it a blasphemous video? Of course.
If you guys think about it, Old Town Road was also controversial because he wanted it to be in the country genre.
Check it out.
And they refused, and everybody was talking about it.
Right, because in the Billboard, they did not recognize the track as country.
Yeah, they didn't.
So
Even though he had a big country artist on the track.
Facts. What was it,
Mr.
Neil?
Cyrus? Is Miley Cyrus's dad. Something Cyrus. I forgot his name.
Billy?
But it's Billy Cyrus. There you go. He's
easy.
He's a huge.
That's like an easy go-to that actually worked. That was like,
it is, I think it is Billy.
Country
Billy Ray Cyrus.
It is Billy. All right, cool. That worked.
He went with the first country name. Is it Billy? With the hairs on a dog's tail. I was right. But yeah, so that was even something that I thought was crazy, is that if you usually have a big name of someone in a genre you're tapping into, they'll usually play that track in that genre because you have that artist on there. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So the fact that he had a huge country artist on the track, I automatically thought it would have been accepted in the country, and it still was blocked. So in that part, I was like, I'm kind of with Lil Nas X on this.
Yeah,
I'm
you
like,
fell
it is
for the
kind
trap.
of foul.
You fell for the trap.
Yeah,
because you got introduced to Lil Nas X, and now you're talking about his business dealings. Like, how did you go from not?
That's what I mean. It worked.
A dead thing about Lil Nas X, and next thing you know, you're like, "Yo, man, come on, let him in the country genre."
Yeah.
Like, what?
It's facts.
What are we doing?
It's facts.
And now he does this.
He did the Jedi mind trick on me. I'm like, let the guy be country.
And now he does this wild move. And now everybody's like, "Ooh, he'll take that. Sue me."
Yeah.
Sue me. What are you gonna collect? You could collect all the
I know
everything I
Nike
made off of the
was so
sneakers.
mad because mad people were like boycotting Nike for this one. Not gonna be buying Nike shoes no more. You can have your Satanism.
Now Nike was like,
no.
Wait a minute. All right, look, Lil Nas X.
They had to publicly put an announcement. Look, we are no longer a part of this. Now think about this, people. How come they didn't socially distance themselves from the Holy Shoe? The Holy Shoe came out, and they weren't like, we're separating ourselves from this.
Defending Satan right now. What is going on here?
I'm not defending.
Yeah, you are.
I'm saying it's so bad.
You're like, you accepted the holy water. How come you can't accept the Satan one?
No. You're taking it opposite. I'm taking it opposite.
What are you doing?
So I'm saying guys that are creating these products, think about it. Why is it that a secular company cares to distance themselves from something that is construed as evil? Because it is.
Joe, that's what's interesting about this whole thing.
You would think if it's a secular company,
you got Joyner
they would
Lucas.
say, it's not that big a deal. Who cares? It's Satan, whatever. But they were like, no, we're not a part of this. No, guys. Hey, wait.
No. Nike said, I'm not a part of this.
We're not part of it. We're actually going to sue them.
Bait and switch.
They could have easily accepted it just like they did the Christian shoe and been like,
and then we got Jackie Hill. I get it. The shoes are satanic, but if you out here living all unrighteous or whatnot, then so are you.
Wait, what?
I get it. The shoes are satanic, but if you're out here living all unrighteous or whatnot, then so are you. Wink, wink.
Facts.
1 John 3:10. Go ahead, pull it up. Pull up 1 John 3:10.
All right, let's see.
We got Joyner Lucas defending. Then Joyner Lucas coming to his business senses. We got Other people I saw were, well, like you said, Nike saying, nope, I want nothing to do with this.
1 John 3:10.
Yeah, and then
10?
you got Jackie Hill saying, hey, stop throwing those stones.
Facts.
You know who you are. What's it say, bro?
By this is evident who are the children of God and who are the children of the devil. Whoever does not practice righteousness is not of God, nor is the one who does not love his brother. Drop the mic.
Let me ask you something.
That's a fact.
Nor the one who doesn't love his brother and practices what? Practices what?
No,
Righteousness?
It doesn't say that. It just says, by this is evident who are the children of God and who are the children of the devil. Whoever does not practice righteousness is not of God.
Whoever does not practice righteousness
is not of God, nor is the one who does not love his brother.
Okay. It's interesting, man.
Very interesting. And
It's
Jackie
interesting.
Hills, she's got a point. We can't be just looking at Nas X and be like, oh, he's the only one because he made it blatant and did a video about it. You know what I'm saying? There's people out here who are living the same way. They're just not putting it out there. So if you are, and you're kind of like in hiding, you are the same. And that is a fact. Because if you're practicing unrighteousness and you're just living in it and looking forward to that sin and just continue relishing it all the time, constantly, you're no different. And you can't be pointing fingers. Just because you go to church or you open up your Bible every now and then.
Lil Nas X responds to Joyner Lucas, I literally sang about lean and adultery in Old Town Road. You decided to let your child listen. Blame yourself.
That's crazy.
This is a great way to wrap this part of it up because he's basically saying, dude, I am who I am. I am who I am. What are you talking about?
I've been who I am since day one.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, man.
I am who I am. What?
Yeah.
What you saying? And as Christians, we should be like, what's expected?
Facts.
Okay. Bait and switch. Which expected?
Is why I was saying the uproar towards him, nah. The uproar towards watching and making sure that our kids are not listening to this type of stuff, and if they do, giving them an explanation on what's going on, teach them, make it a teachable moment. That should be an uproar. Yeah, 100%.
If anything, it's a got him moment. That's what it is. It's like, got him. You see what I can do?
Crazy, right?
Well, what's the Bible say? The devil can come down, and I'm not saying this is Lil Nas X. Chill out. The devil can come down in the form of an angel. It could be something beautiful and then bait and switch. That's what it is. That was the trick from the Garden of Eden, funny enough. That was the trick from the garden. Eat of it. It's good for you. It tastes great. It's going to give you knowledge of good and evil. You're going to be like God. Everything good about it. What's wrong? The one thing, God said, don't do it. That's the point. He said, don't do it.
Yep.
It probably was all a blessing. Who knows? He probably would have let him eat it at some point. It wasn't what was in the fruit that caused them corruption.
Mm.
It could have been a loaf of bread. It could have been whatever. It could have been manna. It could have been whatever he decided. Fish. If you eat any of this fish, it could have been anything. It's not what's in that fruit. It's in the command that God has given.
Amen.
Don't do this. He gave them everything everywhere else. He told them, you can have everything, subdue the earth. All of it is yours. You have complete dominion over the animals, over the land. This is all yours.
This is
multiply.
This right here is an interpretation, and for me, the true interpretation of the whole Adam and Eve pickle, I guess.
Whatever, bro. I won the pregame. It's good.
So, like, because if you think about it,
whatever.
Because if you think about it, everybody always goes to the fruit. Everybody always goes to the fruit. But in reality, it was the sin. And in the Bible, clearly it says many times that sin is what kills. Sin is the death that we receive. The reason why we receive death is sin. You know what I'm saying? So that's how, that's an interpretation that I've received very late in life because it was always just the fruit thing. It's like, oh, because if they didn't eat that fruit, man,
All right,
this whole thing would not be this way. It's not about the fruit.
Some things before we
sin.
We bounce away from the music video. Music video was very symbolic, obviously, blatant attack. It was done for shock value. Were there other influential things involved? Obviously, if you're not a child of the Lord, you're a child of the devil, man. That's the way it is.
Yeah.
You know, you worship something. The question is not whether you worship or not. The question is, what do you worship? You an atheist, you don't believe in something. Well, what is it that you worship then? Is it your money? What is most valuable? What is most important to your heart? What is king of your heart? Money, reputation, business. What is most important? Your comfort. You worship something.
Yep.
Whatever all your mind is focused on, that is the idol that you worship. That is your golden calf. That is what you bow down to. Whatever it is that consumes your mind and your day throughout the whole day, every week at a time, every week that goes by. That is your God.
Yep.
It could be an object. It could be a thing. It can be an experience.
Beings, if you look at the people around you, like, we were built to worship. It's very clear. You can look at people's lives, especially those that you know well, and see who the God is in their life.
Facts.
You can see it. It could be anything.
So you got false gods.
Yep.
If you don't believe, you believe in something. And that's who Satan captivates. That's who he holds, you know, to carry out his will.
Yep.
Matter of fact, because Christ said, "You do the will of your Father." You're not of my flock. You do the will of your Father. Who is who? The devil.
Yep.
You carry out all the pleasures of your flesh. That's the only thing you're concerned with. You do the will of your Father, the devil.
And we, as Christians, know this, and then we see Lil Nas X, and we're like,
and then so that's the thing.
What?
So that's going back to that.
Do we not know this?
What do you like? It's not. This shouldn't be something that's like, oh my God, like this is expected.
Yeah.
This is who we were once at one point. You know what I think it is? I think it's a lot of people who think that they're Christian through their family, so they just associate their own spiritual walk through the people they grew up with. Yeah. So then they get shocked. Look at that. Like, no, dude, if you understand sin correctly, then this is not shocking at all.
No.
If even in yourself, which is what Jackie Hill was trying to say.
Yep. Yeah.
So here's Lil Nas X saying to Joyner Lucas, bro, I've been here. Aren't you here?
And
I've been here.
And for some of the,
aren't you with me?
For some parents out there, because I've seen a lot of parents jam into this with their kids. This is the man himself saying, blame yourself if you letting your children listen.
Facts.
You got the man himself saying.
Gems right there.
Okay?
Facts.
So if you one of these parents,
said it out of his own mouth.
Don't let your kids hear this.
Facts.
Please.
Love that.
When the artists themselves go,
yo, your fault.
I've been talking about some sexual innuendos, drugs.
Your fault.
You letting your kids hear this?
Yep.
Your fault.
Good point, bro. Really good point. Yo, let's break out to our feature music and we'll come back with more discussion. Here's Aaron Cole, Like You, featuring Tauren Wells and TobyMac.
Everybody is becoming something. We're all becoming what we behold. Everybody wants to find their purpose. Everybody wants something more. 'Cause if I'm gonna be more of anything, I just wanna be more like you. If I'm gonna be more of anything, I just wanna be more like you. If I'm giving my all to anything, I'm giving my all to you. If I'm gonna be more of anything, I just wanna be more like you. Everybody's gonna worship something, but there's only one name I choose. So if you're looking for a life to move in, oh, here I am, Lord, I'm making room. If I'm gonna be more of anything, I just wanna be more like you. If I'm gonna be more of anything, I just wanna be more like you. If I'm giving my all to anything, I'm giving my all to you. If I'm gonna be more of anything, I just wanna be more like you. Just wanna be more, just wanna be more like you. I want all the peace, joy, love that you're giving. I am changed by your spirit. Peace, joy, love that you're giving. I am changed by your spirit. Peace, joy, love that you're giving. I am changed by your spirit. Peace, joy, love that you're giving. I am changed by your spirit. I just wanna be more like you. If I'm gonna be more of anything, I just wanna be more like you. If I'm giving my all to anything, I'm giving my all to you. If I'm gonna be more, wanna be more like you.
I wanna. Oh, come on. I'll kill it.
He sang with that bullcrap.
Wanna be more? All right, there you go. Whatever, man.
That was awesome.
That was not awesome.
Yeah, it was. It was great.
He said, "Give me one, man." That was my auto-tune.
You can put that auto-tune away forever.
I got a natural voice like that anyway, too. It's like, just extra. Put some extra, how you call it, distortion. Put some extra distortion on my distortion.
Extra. Pretty much to the point where you can't hear me.
Mario, you already sound like Batman. Make it sound darker.
Can you give me more Batman effect?
Bitcoin scam app approved by Apple robs iPhone user of over $600,000. That's right, man.
That's crazy.
Be careful. You can't just trust the App Store, the Apple App Store. So I know that Apple locks you in to get their apps from their specific like store, right? Like they don't allow you to go outside to like third party
Apple definitely not
applications or anything like that. It has to be approved. It's very strict.
Yep. And they don't allow anybody to just create apps.
Well, this one slipped through the crack. Somebody entered in their information. He went back in to check it out. It was called the Trezor. I think it's called Trezor app. And his money was gone. It was a fake app. Designer looked like a legitimate app.
That sucks, man.
And his total Bitcoin balance was stolen right out of from the app.
Whole thing.
The whole thing.
Oh, that sucks.
Over $600,000 that he had. So you can't even just trust the App Store, bro. You can't just go in, download an app, put your information in it. You literally, like, at this point, like, what do you do from here? Does Apple have some sort of security-based like system that you can run the apps through, or is it just you're supposed to trust them with the apps that they make available to you? How do you select the apps? How do you know what to trust? Like, do you?
I don't.
Do you look at
personally?
preview, like
yeah, I
reviews?
go to reviews. I'm big on reviews. I read and read and read, and it has to have a certain amount for me. So sometimes you'll find, like, let's say the 5-star system, you'll see 5 stars, but they only got like 4 reviews. So the 4 people said it was great. To me, that's not enough. It got to be at least in the thousands. 2,000, 1,000, and it's still all 5 stars. That's impressive to me. That gives a little bit more of a track record. So that's how I gauge it. Because it's like, if you got that many people who've tried it and they all have a positive experience, it's got to be legit. Because they're not gonna keep signing up for something.
So we all follow vanity metrics.
It's true. It's true.
We all follow vanity metrics. Even for the apps we
But
use.
it's logical. Like, you know what I'm saying?
See what people say.
It's actually genius, because imagine if you went to a restaurant and before you went to a restaurant, you were able to see that 1,000 people love this restaurant. You're going to want to go there. You're going to be like, what? Dang, 1,000 people been here?
What's sad
and they loved it?
What's sad is that we got to fact check the reviews now.
Yeah,
now
because now they got fake comments, fake bots that will straight up jack up that 1,000. So now you're like, whoa, 1,000 people? Actually, it's 1,000 fake people.
Do you remember that story that remember that story that we covered? Talking like we're journalists. Remember that story we covered and we broke? About the
you mean on Newsweek?
No, about the priest. Remember? No. Joyner Lucas. No. Remember that story we covered about China sending seeds, random packets of seeds to people?
Yep.
And
somebody actually planted them.
Yeah. And they were confused about why this was happening, and then somebody picked up. It was later reported that it was someone, a company from China that was importing just whatever. Like, that's why it was seeds. It was nothing in it. It was just to import something, and then they would take that person's address and write a review on their Amazon product or whatever it was, on the website.
Ridiculously ingenious, but also illegal.
It is illegal, but that's what they were doing. So they were shipping stuff to random addresses, and then they were like,
"These seeds are amazing."
Yeah, they didn't
I
say
would
seeds.
plant them any day of the week.
They said the product was amazing. Whatever
product.
Yeah. So
how vague. That's another thing. I don't believe the product. No, I want to hear the name. Like, I got to see the name of the product. Like,
that's what they were doing.
You know, this dumbbell, or this fitness band, whatever.
I don't even know why.
I hear that this product. That could be anything.
I don't even know. Oh, I brought that up because of the scamming. Like, people can write their own reviews, give themselves 5 stars.
So now you can't even trust that anymore.
You know, they find these clever ways to get around the system. It might require that something was shipped, maybe. Like, it had to require like a shipping receipt or something. And maybe that's why they were shipping it. I don't know. But
see, I'd be looking.
There's a bunch of scams out there, bro. Like the people who be telling you, like, oh, you want to get your money back or whatever on this card or whatever. Like, take this card or go to games.
Oh man, those things are hilarious.
What do they say?
Go to YouTube. They're like, oh, we can help you with your computer. You have viruses. Go to Best Buy and
buy a
take
gift card.
5 cards. Put $50 in every card, and then give us the number to all 5 cards. Like, wait, what?
Yo, and people be doing it
to fix my computer.
Yo, people be doing it.
Yes, we need 5 debit cards.
They walk into the store on the phone with the person.
It's hilarious. Those ones are the ones that, like, they're pranking them. They're pranking the prank callers, and they're like going through the whole process, but they're really not. They're like, okay, I'm here with the cards. The best ones is when they tell them they have the cards and they spend it on something else.
No, they actually have people like people who don't know anything about technology or elderly people.
They do scam people
that come in, and they have to train the employees to be on the lookout for people who come in making purchases while they're on the phone. And then they ask, who you talking to? And then they'll tell them, oh, the IT tech is helping me. What? IT tech? What do they need? And then they're trained to, like, spot them out, bro. Like, call them out.
That's really dope of Best Buy and companies that
That's crazy, right?
Gift cards are training their people to do that, because there's a lot of susceptible people out there, man, that really believe it. Like, oh my goodness, is that the only form of payment you can have? Like, yes, that's the only form of payment we can have. A very inconvenient Best Buy card. 5, and they need 5 of them. Fill them with $50. Bring them to the train station. Take the train. Go down. Get off the next stop. Use the payphone that's there. It's the only payphone around. Like, wait a minute. This is way too many steps, bro. Why am I going to do all this? And people fall for it, man. What you reading, bro? You like stuck over there.
I'm reading more about the app. The Trezor app was submitted. It changed itself into a cryptocurrency wallet, which Apple was not able to detect.
Oh, because they're not really into cryptocurrency.
So they switched their format over.
They found a loophole.
Yes, and Apple wasn't able to detect it. So they went through the cracks and stole somebody's information. Everybody who downloaded the Trezor app and put your email and your password in there, I hope you guys got notified of some kind of email or something. But
because they got
might want to look this stuff up. And then also everybody actually, you got to find a way to fact check the reviews and everything, man. You can't just trust the systems that are there. These hackers are getting very, very slick with it. Look at they trick Apple.
For real.
Apple is like double down
especially
on their
right now
security.
where everybody's investing. Everybody's like, go get some stocks. Get it now. Get it while they're hot. These dudes are like, oh, let's get in on this, guys. These idiots are putting their credit card information. They're putting their addresses. They're putting their emails.
Bro, can you imagine as a hacker?
Let's go harvesting.
That's all it is. Give me your information. Thank you. I'm running with this.
Man. You better be putting your information on websites and apps that you really can verify and trust, man.
Facts. Oh,
start with
what up,
start with ones that have marketing ads, like really big ones, like Acorns. That's a safe one. You got Matthew McConaughey endorsing Acorns. That's a safe one.
Are you being sarcastic or are you being real?
No, I'm being real. Okay. Like, because they're not going to put fraudulent
Matthew
stuff.
McConaughey.
They're not going to put fraudulent.
Figure out.
They're not going to hire. They're not going to hire a superstar for fraudulent behavior. They're not going to do that. That's
what are you talking about, Ja Rule?
What do you mean?
Ja Rule had the most fraudulent behavior out.
Yeah, but this is stocks. Like, this is people's information. This was just a concert.
Ja Rule had a whole concert.
That's a
People
concert.
went
I don't count.
for some like high-end resort type treatment. They ended up on some concrete airport.
But that was also the same thing. You need to research.
Some tents and stuff. Normal burgers and fries.
But the videos that they put out there to show what the show was going to be like.
Yeah, it was fire, right?
It was crazy.
I mean, he knows how to market. You got to give him that.
So it makes that one makes sense.
He knows how to market this thing.
He said, "What about Ja Rule?" You can't mention Ja Rule and me take that seriously.
What about Ja Rule, man?
Like, come on, man. Murder. Get out of here. Anything he's attached to, I'm going to be like, I'll pass.
Oh, man.
You'll come to the Fire Fest. It's murder.
Let's see. Apple declined to comment on how often scam apps are found. Wow. Really?
He said, don't buy stocks from Ja Rule. Facts. Do not.
Yo, I heard Ja Rule has an NFT company.
He sold the Fire Festival flyer, I think it was.
Oh, for an NFT?
And it sold for mad money.
No, yo, Ja Rule he knows how to make money, bro.
Let me see.
Yo, Ja Rule knows how to make money, man.
Fire Festival.
Respect the Ja.
NFT.
Respect the Ja. Facts. Don't buy stocks from
Ja Rule sells NFT of Fire Festival logo painting that was at the event. It was a painting that was at the event of the Fire logo for $122,000.
Wow, this dude, man.
$122,000, bro. This dude made money off of NFT, and so he's like, yes, finally I can make some money off of this stupid thing my name's attached to.
Not gonna lie, invest in Murder Coin.
That would be one heck of a push. Invest in Murder Coin, or it's murder.
All right, so somehow we went from fraudulent Apple apps to Ja Rule.
Because he was fraudulent.
Making some money. I'm trying to figure out a clever way to have a title with Ja Rule in it, but I can't figure it out. I can't believe we came this far.
Ja Rule NFT makes perfect sense to me.
Yo, we came this far without a title.
I can't even take that serious. Ja Rule sells NFT.
UK-based cryptocurrency regulation company Coinbase said that it received over 7,000 inquiries about stolen crypto assets since
Murder
2019.
Coin, dude. That should be the name of the show, Murder Coin.
Oh, that's fire. Yeah, we'll do that. Murder Coin. We're going to do that.
Murder.
Is Murder Coin all right? That's not Christian. Yo, are we gonna get killed for that?
Maybe.
Murder
Maybe
coin?
Ja Rule will sue us.
Murder
So
coin.
that's actually what I'm coming out with.
he just
That's the
blatantly
next Fire
lies
Festival.
because he could just do that.
It's called Murder Coin.
Well, the rich people, you know what they be doing? They be just buying domains and they be buying
What, for NFTs?
just buying NFTs. They be buying the rights to like how you call it, trademarks. Like, yo, dude, if you're sleeping, they'll buy it, and then that's how they trap you up. Oh, you want this domain? You're gonna have to pay up.
Yeah, that's not a lie.
That's not a
Because
lie.
Every single
I know.
time I've thought of an idea of like a business, I'm like, oh man, I wonder if the domain is available.
Oh, they take
I'll look
it.
it up and
They'll buy- people just be buying Yo, there's people out there that
That's what
bought
I'm saying.
domains.
There's a business in it.
Yep.
People
They're
just
like,
out
you
there
want
like,
this?
oh, would you like? It's $2,000.
Yep.
I'm like,
And
wait,
you gotta pay up. You
$2,000?
gotta pay up.
Even my name. I even tried to do my name, GilVargas.com.
When Birdman had that whole is you finish or you done with Breakfast Club?
Are you finished or you done.com?
Yep. You know what Birdman did? He trademarked the phrase.
Oh, you talk about respect?
Respect, yeah. That whole thing.
Yeah.
He trademarked the whole thing.
Put some
And they
respect on
made
my
shirts
name.
and they sold it. Birdman was like, oh, dope. Capitalize on this opportunity.
That is insane.
I'm gonna make money off of this. And he just laughed his way to the bank.
That is insane.
That's how rich people do. Just buy the IPs. buy the rights.
Buy the rights to a slogan that
Yeah.
you say all the time.
Just buy it. Boom. You're good. Buy the NFTs, which
That's
by the
crazy.
way,
You can trade. How do you trademark a slogan? Put some respect on my name. It's trademarked. LLC.
yeah, you could trademark that, of course.
That's what I'm saying. That's crazy
Yep.
that you can. That's exactly what I'm saying.
It's a
Like,
rich man's game.
how do you do that?
They buy the land, the property. They buy the land on the monopoly board, bro. And we just keep
And then
running
now
in
with all
circles.
these NFTs,
we just
and all
run in
these-
circles to collect our 200 Pascal. To collect our 200
dude,
Pascal.
we're gonna have-
you got to
and
be
there's gonna
smart,
be a
man.
point where
Buy the property.
We're gonna have to take a loan
Buy the
out.
rights.
We're gonna have to take a loan out to have a conversation because all the words are gonna be freaking trademarked by somebody.
Yo,
It's like,
the
you
200
you can't say the, they, or them
the
because
200
that's
pass
trademarked.
go is taxes. That's it.
Do not pass go is what?
No, the 200 when you pass go on the Monopoly board is like some people play to win the game and other people are just satisfied with it. Collect your 200s.
Oh,
Collect
facts.
your 200. Collect your 200. That's like what we do. Like that's like
Yep.
civilians. What are you doing?
Yeah, that's a
Are you
stimulus.
playing Monopoly to buy the property and be smart?
Yeah.
Or are you just trying to pass go for your $200? Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Think about it, people.
Think about it.
It's really some gems right there. Stimulus. The government's controlling you.
Yo, man, we over our time, bro. We good.
Man, we're over?
I was gonna say the NFTs. There's reports of people who are going in to see the NFTs that they just dropped $500, $1,000 on their digital property that they own to continue to sell and make money and creates value over time, whatever it is. Yo, they're straight disappearing. Their NFTs in their digital wallets or whatever, their digital galleries, they're disappearing because the codes are being changed on certain NFTs that's causing them to break the link. And so their property is not even being seen. It's like a broken link. You get a 401 error when you go to a website that doesn't work. You go to your NFT and it's a 401 error. Sorry, you can't, it's not there. They're just straight disappearing.
That's crazy.
So be careful with that too. Yo, we live in a digital age. Can you imagine you drop $5,000 on an NFT and then you go into it and it's broken link?
Oh,
it disappears on
that's
you.
That's gonna be the new front. That's gonna be the new.
Like what just happened?
That's gonna be the new bootleg,
bro. I just bought this
did I just buy a
NFT.
bootleg NFT? Yeah. He's like, yo, I just bought this.
Yeah,
the very first tweet from Ja Rule from my boy named Chicle, and it's a broken link. That's Chicle got you, bro.
It says right here you purchase NF. No.
I can purchase NF. And the dude says, nah, fam.
That was NF? Nah, fam. He walks away. You don't own me.
You can't
No.
own me, bro. I'm not an NFT. What's wrong with you?
You don't own. Somehow he ended up in your wallet. He just walks out. Nah, man. Nah, fam.
He's like, oh, you have Ja Rule's new fire poster? I have NF.
And then he says, nah, fam, and walks away. What happened with your NFT? It disappeared.
Yeah, sometimes it disappears. It's a broken link.
He'll come back.
It'll come back. He's so rebellious.
All right, we're tired. We're done. We're done.
He's probably gonna go get some black balloons.
We can wrap up here, man. Shout out to Jose, by the way. This is a brother who follows the show, fan of the show. We love you, bro. You rock with us. It's family here. So that's what's up. Jose Rodriguez Jr. We're going to finish up with his track that he submitted called Christian Rap off his album that he dropped last year, actually, Dearly Beloved. So, yo, I had a good time. I hope you guys were blessed. I hope you guys had a good time, man. And I hope we covered things in a way that honors God. And, keep us lifted, keep us in prayer. We look forward to every Tuesday to bless y'all. And then, of course, you podcasters as well. Man, yo, time out. Let me celebrate one more time. Their podcast numbers are going up, man.
Appreciate y'all.
Yo, wherever you at, say what's up, man.
The NF floats away with some balloons.
Yo, wherever you at, you listen to this podcast. A few of you reach out to me randomly, talking about how you listen to it on your drive and your commute or chilling at home working remote.
Yo,
That's
we love y'all,
what's
man.
up, man. I see them numbers growing. Thank you guys for sharing. Podcasters, man, definitely hit me up with a review wherever you're listening to the podcast and try to jump in on the lives.
Yeah, man.
So we could get to know who you are and see some names. If you can't make it on the live, at least jump into one of the YouTubes and leave a comment and be like, yo, I'm one of the people that listen on the podcast. I see them numbers going up. Super encouraging. Thank you, guys. We're going to find ways to expand on this moving forward. And it starts with prayer. Real talk. I'll be transparent. I won't drag it out. I'll respect the time. But we are feeling the conviction of stepping up our game in several different ways. And we're praying about that because part of that move involves you guys' financial support and what we're trying to do to join us in the endeavor that we have here with music, visuals, the podcast, in order for us to make better moves, invest in better equipment, and also to get to a point where we could start investing in the marketing of this thing as well. And start pushing this into more views, more people's faces. So Gil and I are praying about certain things. We're testing things behind the scenes, and we're actually really excited about certain tests that came back very successful. So moving forward, we're hoping that there's going to be more obvious growth, and already there is growth. So to everyone who subscribed, that's what's up. We're looking forward to serving y'all. So next week, with that said, we'll finish up with our last featured track, Jose Rodriguez Jr., Christian Rap. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Till next week, grace and peace.
Mañana.
Ladies.
I'm in the crib with the kids playing Fortnite. Touch one of them and you know it's gonna be on sight. I do this for real when you do this for more likes. This ain't a game, but if it was, you gon' need more lives. No matter the weather, I'm only getting better. Like it whomever, go get it, the truth teller. Realer than all the rest, better than all the best. You really don't wanna test? Reppin' the Northwest, I can't deny this feeling I have inside. I owe it all to my God, I'm feeling oh so alive. Plus, you made it worthwhile, gave me your co-style. Put the city on my back like no doubt. I keep it 100, I don't want the money. Keep the fame, that's for lame, saying nothing funny. Apply pressure, flow fresher, and I thank the Lord, my God and shepherd.
I believe you can go into a culture and infiltrate it and preach Christ. I believe that you can go into the hip-hop culture and minister Christ. Now, you have to make sure that you stay free from being polluted, like not wanting to be like them. Right? If that makes sense. So people that indulge, like listen to hip hop, I think that's a stumbling block. I don't think that's beneficial for a Christian to listen to music that glorifies a culture that is against God, because it's gonna affect you, it's gonna influence you.
Gotta be tough to get up out of this, feel like apocalypse. These the last days, hope you can acknowledge it. That little game you play with God, he don't honor it. Unless you shoot for the sky like a rocket ship. Or that fear in your heart causing rottenness. And he slips through the cracks I ain't rocking with. The tension runs deep as you plotting it. When you ain't feeling safe, who you locking with? The devil telling lies, he telling lots of it. Don't mistake my cockiness with my confidence. But the future's bright, I can see it's blossoming. This ain't the Templar Knights, we don't worship Baphomets. False gods, oh, any of them goddesses. For every false idol, you gon' see the consequence. You mad cause they gave you broken promises. We the opposite, I need him like he's oxygen.
So I do believe the culture, hip-hop culture, is demonic. I think any kind of rebellion against God is demonic. I even think that the country culture is demonic. I think the only culture that God and Christ himself esteems and honors is kingdom culture, which we have to learn through and by reading the word of God in prayer. And he teaches us that. He teaches us how to live. That's why the scripture says, if any man be...
If you're listening on the podcast, be sure to check out my Facebook music page, Marrio Esco 1. Again, 2 R's in my name, the number 1 at the end, Marrio Esco 1. Be sure to like and follow that page because I like to give updates on who I'll be interviewing and leave a description on what we'll be talking about. And I also like the real-time one-on-one back and forth interaction. If you don't have the time to join us on Facebook Live, be sure to check out my podcast. It's called Marrio Esco Live, 2 R's in my name. Again, you'll see the white silhouette of myself with the cross underneath. Be sure to subscribe to that and follow the link as well to whatever podcast you're using or however you're receiving the podcast, and leave us a review. We love to hear feedback. You can also hit me up at music@marrioesco.com and just hit me up with some feedback and ways that we can improve the show or the things that you like and enjoy. Any type of feedback will be highly appreciated. Grace and peace.